When you think of a homeless person, what image comes to mind? Is it the man on the street corner holding a sign asking for money? While that may be the case, the face of homelessness is changing. Nationwide, more and more women are finding themselves on the street. Local shelters are seeing the same right here in the Kansas City area.
We have seen just a greater frequency of single ladies who have never been homeless before even coming to our facility. So we have ladies who are older and older coming here and have more and more health issues with mental health.
41 Action News reporter Sarah Blake recently got a very unique opportunity. A group of homeless women let her get a look into their lives to really see what it's like to live on the streets. Sarah, is there a common theme among the women that you spoke with?
Well, every woman's experience is different. You know, there is no way that these two women you're about to see are the norm or represent homelessness for a woman as a whole, but their stories do have similarities. Trauma, abuse, substance abuse, mental illness, prostitution, some form of drama that got them to where they're at, and now they don't know where to go. So that's now the focus of local organizations around the metro, is to provide more resources for these single homeless ladies who have nowhere to go, and to prevent stories like the ones you're going to see.
A lot of it was I just got so depressed and I just gave up. And so rather than deal with the issues, I drowned them with alcohol and drugs.
The life Sally built, a college-educated mom with a house and 2 cars, shattered.
I went from that person to living on the streets.
Losing it all to addiction.
You've disappointed the most important people to you, which is your kids.
Sally says drugs turned her into someone she never thought she would be.
I've slept outside, I walked for hours, you know, you're scared. You're not safe. You're cold, you're hot, you're dirty, you feel disgusting. And the more it happens and the longer it is, the more worthless you feel. You know, you feel terrible, so you don't even try. By that time, you've usually burned all your bridges with your family, so you have nobody.
A turning point that brought her to rock bottom. A man she was with beat her, and she ended up in the hospital. She finally reached out to a shelter.
This is a new life, a new change.
Abuse brought Christine to a shelter, too. She had to leave her kids behind with family members. She's getting help now after escaping the man who abused her for years.
It was hard at first because I was so used to being abused, and it was like I was always, you know, on guard, and you know, I never felt comfortable anywhere I went.
Getting into a shelter doesn't mean the struggle is over. Temptations are always calling.
Got drunk and got high and stayed gone from here for 2 weeks, which was so dumb because I was too ashamed to call.
But Sally is back and now in a long-term recovery program.
I feel so much better as a person inside, you know.
For Christine, she wasn't able to find a part of herself until she became homeless. Cleaning is her therapy.
That's one thing that I got here. I get to be a woman.
That's what people do need to know, is that there are ways out, there are people that care.
Well, the homeless advocates I've spoken to tell me that there is a gap for services for single homeless women. Now, most of the homeless women here in Kansas City have children with them, and they usually get first dibs or are able to get into a shelter very quickly. But a lot of the shelters here, I'm told, have very long waiting lists, have certain criterias, and that's just discouraging to a lot of women in Kansas City. But coming up tomorrow, we'll show you what it's like to actually be on the streets. And a person that we're going to meet tomorrow took me into her homeless camp, so stay tuned for that tomorrow morning.
Powerful stories, Sarah. Thank you.